Well, at the professional level, the number one difference is the mentality of the elite performer. And the thing that really separates the elite from everyone else at the pro level, because everybody at the pro level has a certain amount of skill, resources, experience, access, talent. So what separates them is not that one person is just so much more talented than everyone else. That can be the case at the amateur level. Let's say if you're talking sports in high school, some players just so much better than everyone else that they dominate without trying. At the pro level, everybody's good and everyone has access to tools. The difference is the way that the elite performer sees themselves. And because they see themselves a certain way, that subsequently leads to them taking certain actions that leads to them performing at a certain level. So the mindset is the way they see themselves comes first, but because they see themselves a certain way, they do certain things. And then doing those things leads to a certain level of performance. So elite is about the way you perform, but it's sourced in the way that you think. So that's the number one thing. Okay. The number two thing to go right along with that is someone say, well, what are they doing differently? That's a good question. The answer, David, is that the discipline. Second thing that comes is the discipline, because if I see myself as elite, I walk into a room and there's a bunch of professionals in the room and I know that they're all good and they went to the same school as me or they got the same training as me. They all had the same knowledge that I have and we all had to clear the same hurdles to get the job. How am I going to separate myself from these people? Well, it can't be just because I'm better than them, because I'm not. We're all about the same amount of good. So I'm going to decide, hey, I'm going to show up to the office earlier or I'm going to stay later. I'm going to study more. I'm going to understand what needs to happen for me to be successful at this job. And I'm going to study those things and codify them into my being. I'm going to do it more, better, and more consistently than everybody else I'm competing against. So I'm just going to be better at mastering the fundamentals, the basics, and the tools that I'm being measured by at this job. And I'm doing that because I decided that I want to be elite. That's the second thing. That's the discipline. And the third thing that separates the elite performers from everyone else is that outcome. And it's not just getting the outcome, but it's getting the outcome all the time. And then everybody else, they have a good game somewhere less than that, maybe half the games or fewer, 40 games or less. So the elite performer is not just that they see themselves differently. It's not just that they have the discipline that lets them perform at a higher level. It's also that they do it over and over and over again to the point that it's consistent and it's predictable. And if they don't perform at an elite level, that's when you're surprised. It's not you're surprised when they do.